Hello, my loves. It has been forever since I've done a video. So today we are going to be crafting, and I'm just going to be making a junk journal with this Warm and Cozy paper pad by Jen Hadfield. I picked up this paper pad last year, I want to say, at one of Michael's like buy one get two free or something crazy like that. I picked out these two particular papers here. Actually, I picked out 3 papers. Oh, you can hear the airplane outside, and you can also hear my wind chimes. I've got my window open. So you're just kind of hanging out with me today in my house. Anyway, so this is the dimensions of the junk journal that I'm doing. This is my little book here. This is called my Etsy book, and I write down all of my projects. That way, when I want to go and make a project for my Etsy store, or I'm just making a project, I can just go flip through here and find the dimensions for it. So these are the main pages that I want to use. And then I've got some cut aparts. So I'm just going to make this junk journal here on camera. I'm not really going to explain too much. The final dimensions of it are going to be 4.5 inches wide by 8.5 inches tall. And then I just fill it with copy paper and leftover of whatever I have left over of this really pretty paper. You'll see how I do that. So let's get into making it, and I will fill you in on where I've been and what I've been up to lately. So I believe I left you off in my last video by telling you that my dear father had fallen on the treadmill and broke his ankle. He did. So the end of August, I got the 2 girls together and we hopped on a plane and went down to Florida, which is where my dad is, and went down there to take care of him and help him. Not take care of him. He's a fully grown man. We went down there to help him. So he had broken his right ankle in several places. He's 89 years old. And he's very independent. As you can imagine, he was at a gym on a treadmill. So yes, he's very independent. So you can imagine with a broken ankle, that kind of confused him a lot because he is so independent. So now he's sitting in a wheelchair and people are doing things for him and he does not like it. So when I got down there, I believe it was like August 26th or something, I got down there. My brothers and sisters have been taking care of him, of course, doing an amazing job. And they needed to like step away for a couple minutes because, wow, I have learned a lesson while being down there. So this is what I'm going to say right off the bat. Anybody that helps care for a family member, whether it be an older family member or a younger family member, if you're caring for somebody who cannot do everything for themselves, it is so important for you to remember to care for yourself too. That's what I'm going to start out by saying. So, although my father is very independent, he was very dependent upon us because of the position that this broken ankle put him in. He couldn't really maneuver himself around his own home properly. He couldn't get up and do the things that he wanted to do for himself. So we were there to help him, which we were very happy to be there to help him. But when you, like I said, are a caregiver for somebody who is dependent upon you, you have got to remember to take some time every day to step away and to take a couple minutes to breathe for yourself, because being somebody's right hand all day and all night is very emotionally consuming. Although you would do it 100 times again. So when we were down there, we spent 11 days down there. It was me and Hannah and Selena.
Hi.
Oh, Hannah's over here. She said hi. We were there for 11 days, and the girls had a good time. They really helped out a lot around the house. They did a lot of dishwasher emptying and loading. They did a lot of laundry. They did a lot of taking out the garbage.
In the rain.
In the rain. But they also did a lot of going outside and running around the neighborhood, going in the pool. They had some good times too, so that was good. My brothers and sisters would come over either during the day, during the day, and I would get some time to either go to the grocery store or go to Target. I would get myself out in the pool occasionally to get some sun, just because, again, it is just so important as a caregiver or when you're helping a family member heal from an injury or from an illness. It's just so important for you to get some time to yourself every day, because you cannot constantly be at somebody's beck and call. You can't. That's totally unhealthy for somebody. So I'm just encouraging you that if you're here and you happen to be on my page watching this video and you're caring for a child, a parent, a spouse, a sister or brother, you're caring for a loved one, I am going to encourage you to get your time away, whether it be an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, whatever it is, every day, to go and do something for yourself. If it's going to be read a book, go to the store and walk around, get in the pool, take a walk, do your exercise, routine, whatever it is. I'm going to encourage you to please make sure you get that, because you can get burnt out really quickly when you are constantly at somebody else's, beck and call, yes. So that is where we have been. We spent 11 days in Florida, and we were very grateful that we had the opportunity to do that. We were very grateful that William recognized that I needed to go and be with my dad, and that he bought the tickets and got us down there. Of course, my dad was more than happy to have us there. He was very grateful. My dad tries to be the best host that he can be every time we are down there. So he tried to be very hospitable, even though he was bound in his little wheelchair. The day after we got there, he actually had surgery on his ankle, so that put him back a lot more while we were down there. He was recovering from surgery because he had to get all of those nice bones that he broke. He had to get them pinned back into place. That was his choice. The orthopedic told him that normally on an 89-year-old man, that probably wouldn't be their first decision, but with him being so healthy and being independent, that if he wanted to go back to that healthy, independent lifestyle, then probably surgery would be the best option for him. So he is recovering nicely. He is, as far as I know, he is doing a lot more for himself now. He's up and getting around the house a little bit better now. So he's got all my brothers and sisters down in Florida helping him, and I was just really grateful that we were able to go down there and help him. So thank God William was able to do that for us. So now all I'm doing here is I'm cutting these pieces of paper down to 8 3/4 so they'll fit into the inside of the journal. I'm sorry, I am laughing so hard right now because this this channel's named Chaotic Mom. You guys would die right now if you saw how I was editing this video. You guys would die, okay? So I'm sitting here editing this video. Hannah's come in like every 30 seconds because she's doing her homeschooling outside on the porch. William's outside. He hasn't been on a physical job lately. He's been working jobs like, paperwork and phone calls and stuff, and we've been having problems with something overcharging him, and here he comes, and he's on the phone, and I've been making phone calls and appointments for him, and it's just really funny. I'm sorry. It's just hysterical because I'm literally editing and having like 8 million other things going on around me. It's funny. Anyway, back to the video. So anyway, after coming home from Florida, I have decided that I have set up days that I am going to work on my Etsy and I'm going to work on my YouTube, because I think the whole problem is every day I was getting out of bed and I didn't even know what I was doing that day. I was just like, oh, do I want to do a YouTube channel? Oh, video. Oh, do I want to do something to go on my Etsy page? So instead of getting up in the morning and deciding, oh, what am I going to do? I went ahead and made a schedule. So it's like a master schedule. It's not like a strict time schedule. It's just a master schedule that says like on Mondays, let me see if I can pull it out here. On Mondays, I make sure that my YouTube video goes up in the morning, and then in the afternoon, I plan to make things to go on Etsy. On Tuesdays, I devote my morning time to making sure I have upcoming YouTube videos done and edited. And on Tuesday afternoons, I continue doing YouTube videos. Wednesday is kind of like a catch-up day for me, any errands, things like that to do outside of the house. Thursday morning, I have devoted to making sure the lesson plan for the following week of homeschool is done. So I do need to give myself at least an hour or two for that. And then Friday is more of, again, make sure that everything's caught up and any extras that have to be thrown my way. So that's what I've decided since I've been back, that's how I'm going to kind of keep up with my schedule and maybe, just maybe, be a little bit more routine about uploading these videos. I'd like to ultimately get out 2 videos a week. That is my goal. The reason I didn't do a plan with me this week is because I wanted to catch you guys up on everything I've been doing. So I thought that's why I just threw together this junk journal and kind of talked over it, because I thought that would be a good way for me to chat with you guys and still have you guys have something to look at while I was chatting with you. So, what are you guys up to this fall? What is going on with you guys? Let me know down in the comments below. Has life returned back to quote-unquote normal in your little towns? Are you guys having pumpkin patches? Do you know if you're having trick-or-treating? Are you planning to get together for Thanksgiving with your family and friends? Like, what is life going to look like for you guys this fall? I will tell you, for me, that our pumpkin patch is open, the one that we go to every year. We just drove by it this week when we were going grocery shopping, and it is open. So I told the girls we do plan on going. As far as Thanksgiving goes, we don't really have family up here in Maryland. We have his brother and my sister-in-law. They usually do Thanksgiving with her mom and dad, though, which is fine. So we don't usually do like a big family. We just usually do like our family for Thanksgiving. So that's not a big thing. Or we'll go over our girlfriend or my girlfriend around the neighborhood here. We'll go over their house, which we're over their house all the time anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But as far as, you know, COVID or social distancing affecting anybody's plans, I don't know how you're handling that. The only reason that it's not affecting us is because we're pretty loner people. We don't really we don't hang out in big groups of people. We really just kind of do our own thing. We stick to, you know, we hang out with each other here in the home, and then we have, like I said, you know, the family in the neighborhood here that we hang out with. But that's really it. So really this social distancing hasn't really been too hard for us because we have such a tight social group anyway. But for you guys who do have large gatherings, how has this affected you? And how is it going to affect your fall gatherings? Because I know fall is, you know, all about family and friends and all that. And I would hate to see people miss out on that. But I also understand the social aspect of doing what's right, you know, for everybody's health. So let me know down in the comments what you guys are doing this fall. What are your plans? How are you handling things? I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to hear about what you guys are doing for the fall. I'm really excited about this fall junk journal because this is the first one I've made this year. I do have some that I need to upload to my Etsy store from last year that I never got up. But I'm feeling the fall vibes. I said that I wasn't ready to let go of summer yet, which it's always hard for me to let go of summer, but I'm feeling the fall vibes. So I'm embracing it. So here's my best friend when it comes to making these journals. This is my Swingline long arm stapler, and I believe I got it at Staples. Yes, I did. I don't know where else you can buy them. I'm sure you can order them on Amazon or, you know, Office Depot, whatever. But this is definitely one of my best bought items to make these journals, because before all I was doing was taking a thumbtack and I had to punch the holes, then I had to put the staples in, then I had to close the staples up manually, and it was a pain in the butt. So this was definitely a good purchase for me. These are all the little cut aparts from the paper pad, so I'm just going to decide which one I want to put on the front of my journal, and then I'll include the rest of them just in little pockets in the journal for journaling cards. To make little pockets here, I'm just going to go through and get all of these short pages that I put in here, and I'm going to cut them down to make sure they measure up really nice to the next page behind it. And then I'm just going to take some wet glue and glue down the sides and the bottom, and that's going to be a nice little pocket to put some of those journaling cards in. now I'm going to get into my favorite seam binding ever, and it is from an Etsy shop, My Scrap Cabin, and she just has the most beautiful colored seam binding. So now I'm picking out 2 colors that match this journal, and I like to include some seam binding and some yarn down the center of all of my journals. I just think it gives it a little something extra. Okay guys, that's it for today's video. I hope that you enjoyed watching me put together this junk journal, and I hope that you enjoyed this crazy voiceover. I'm going to go back and listen to it again because I'm just now getting done editing it, and it's probably not going to be good, but it's going up anyway. So, like I always say, Chaotic Mom is not just a name, it's a lifestyle, and it really is, because there's about 8 million things going on in this house right now. But I'm just going to go ahead and throw this video up anyway, even though it probably has like horrible background noise and static, and I probably don't make a lot of sense when I talk, but it's fine. It'll be fine. So if you like that kind of thing, make sure you subscribe, because I have more videos for you for this week. So hit the like button, share, subscribe. See you back later. Bye.